Yeah, so here we have this statue of...
Henry, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
You've started holding the microphone like a sort of proper YouTube dickhead. Well done. You made it.
It's happened.
You need to start asking people on Trafalgar Square, like, what if they're on a date.
Oh, God. I love your hoodie. Where did you get it? Can I say, you've got great energy. What's your job? Yeah? People like that, don't they?
That kind of thing. Right, we are in Trafalgar Square.
We are indeed.
Which was built to commemorate the victory of the Battle of Trafalgar.
It was built on the exact location of the Battle of Trafalgar. So obviously this is where the battle was fought. People forget just how close to conquering the National Gallery
Napoleon came.
Yeah. And of course, if he had flooded through, they would have created a sort of bulwark in the cafeteria. They'd have been able to lay down for potentially up to 6 months.
They could have besieged. Well, they would have
been besieging London from the inside. That was the war plan. It was a reverse siege. That's one of the reasons Napoleon was such a genius. But there was one even greater genius, and that was, of course, Nelson. And Nelson's idea for the Battle of Trafalgar, which is commemorated here, was to place himself at the top of an enormous column, which meant he was completely inaccessible to the French cannon fire and to the French dagger lobbing.
And I imagine Nelson would have been throwing down some fairly choice insults from up there.
He was throwing down some really, really, really choice insults. Things like, "You're a bunch of poltroons," that sort of stuff. You know, insults at the time.
Jackanape,
Ballock's breeches, all that kind of stuff. These are the famous hungover dolphins that puke all year round outside the National Gallery, and they're representing that point in the hangover where you've been sick, you've drunk loads of water, you think you're fine, and then you find yourself heaving loads of water straight back out. That dolphin is being held by two people that are supposed to. This is on their bucket list, and they paid for it. It's a holiday of a lifetime for those two. They've ended up with an absolute wreck of a dolphin that's been on the lash the night before. It's
meant to be a magical experience.
It's meant to be a magical experience. That dolphin is heaving water back into the ocean. I dread to think what's coming out of its blowhole.
So we're in the Victorians bit.
That's right. We're in the Victorians. We've moved. Last time we were at the Tudors, so we've moved on. Hundreds of years.
What are we imagining we're going to see?
Well, trains.
A little girl selling matches.
Santa, for the first time.
Oh yeah. A pre-Coca-Cola Santa.
Pre-Coca-Cola Santa, if you can imagine it.
He used to dress all in black, sort of black latex.
Yeah, all in black latex. I think we're going to see a lot of men with very large moustaches sweating while looking at an ankle, or a sort of photo of an ankle. Or just an early photo of an ankle.
Yeah, or a table leg.
Or a table leg, that's right. So there'll be a lot of table leg erotica. So expect table legs with little bikinis on. Now that I've entered the beardiverse, I'm feeling a kind of kinship with a lot of these Victorian men. I think it's probably time to play See to the extent to which I can imitate their facial expressions challenge, isn't it?
See the extent to which I can imitate their facial expressions challenge.
It's hard to imitate that kind of sort of blotchy Victorian capillary damage. That you can only really get that through it's a combination of smoking a pipe,
eating mercury,
and having year-round syphilis.
This guy looks like he's just recorded the folk album of the decade.
He's made the folk album of the decade. Wet Spiders, isn't it? That's the single.
Yeah.
So Wet Spiders.
Wet spiders.
Wet spiders. The Guardian. I mean, Peter Palomides.
Is that his name?
Don't know.
I know who you mean, though.
Alex Petridis.
Alex
Petridis has wet himself on camera listening to it. He's got a good look. You know what it is? I reckon there was a kind of hipsterism probably started in the Victorian era, didn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
So I reckon there was a kind of thing which is I'm going to be all arty and I'm going to wear a smock and I'm going to be a carpenter, which basically happens now.
Yeah.
And you see like hipsters walking around wearing trousers with a little hoop on it to keep your hammer on or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this was maybe the beginnings of that.
It's William Morris.
That's what it is, the arts and crafts movement. That's who it
Yeah.
is. He probably did. I reckon hipsterism does probably start with this dig. Which of these people would most likely serve you a coffee in an East London
Yeah.
cafe? This guy's pretty high up.
I think he's our current front runner.
He's current front runner. Can I have a large flat white, please?
Yeah, we only do one size of flat white, though.
Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so just a standard size flat white.
Yeah, no worries. And do you take part in our loyalty card scheme?
No, I'm just sort of passing through.
Well, the way it works is if you don't take part in it, I dip one of my bollocks into your coffee.
Okay, so it's rather than bribe, it's a threat. It's a threat system.
That's right. Yeah, it's a threat system. And I've never washed my bollocks.
Hang on, aren't you William Morris?
Yeah.
Now, Bonjo is going to try and imitate the facial expressions of some more smooth-faced young Victorians, like this prick. So you want to lean the other way? Less disgusted? That's really good.
See the extent to which I can imitate their facial expressions. Challenge.
William Makepeace Thackeray. Did he write,
Vanity Fair.
I'm reading Vanity Fair. This is the guy who's responsible for a book that I've got to say, fighting my way through at the moment. It is really good.
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's basically face to face with the man who's sort of
Ruining your evenings.
slightly ruining my evenings a little bit. Yeah, just black Americano, please. Black Americano, please? Or... Are you all right? Just go to Costa. Yeah, can I have a black Americano with hot milk on the side, please?
I'm King George the fucking Sixth, mate.
Oh, shit! Sorry, I thought this was a Starbucks. I'll see myself out.
Oh, no, you won't, young man. Release the hounds. The special hounds that have only been fed on human dicks since they were puppies. All they eat is human dicks, but they haven't had any human dicks for 6 months. Release those hounds.
Oh, ooh, why aren't they going for your dick as well?
Because I've got a special dick, portcullis.
So that was another trip to the National Portrait Gallery. It's a nice place.
It's a great place.
Great toilets.
Fantastic toilets, on top of which are piled like a sort of wedding cake, isn't it? Of fabulous layer after layer after layer. But that foundational toilet, without that, the whole thing falls apart, doesn't it?
Also, thank you to the Victorians.
Thank you to the Victorians. They brought us trains,
Trains.
bridges, tunnels. The idea of a train going through a tunnel and over a bridge, pie in the sky without the Victorians.
Yeah.
And they brought us the idea of trousers, certainly the trousers as we understand them today. The seaside, ladders,
The idea of children really putting a shift in at the factory.
mutton chop sideburns, pork chop sideburns, pork loin sideburns, pork arse sideburns. So many sideburns. But they also brought us the idea of Christmas, the idea of childhood.
Panettone.
Bollards, shin pads, rucksacks,
Grieving.
hankies,
Germans.
Velcro, and of course, time travel.
In the form of the novel. Historical novel.
The historical novel. And of course, let us not forget dinosaurs.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Victorians.
Thanks, Victorians.
Wet spiders sitting on your web. Wet spiders, how did he get so wet?